Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to a disaster bank repo detail. I was contacted a few days ago to clean this 2004 BMW 325i so that it can be auctioned off, but as you'll see in a second, the previous owner treated it like crap. Okay guys, well I think it's pretty clear that the dirt on this car was put here on purpose, as that's not a typical road spray pattern. Now, the story I heard from the auction company was that the previous owner knew the repo was coming, as they were way behind on payments and decided to take a parting shot at the bank by doing this. That's kind of silly if you ask me, since it's not going to take me long to deal with it, but the interior, well, that's a whole nother story. To say it's filthy is an understatement, and I'm not sure disgusting covers it either. It's clear the previous owner treated the car like a garbage can and was probably baked out of his mind while doing so, judging by all the cannabis wrappers laying around. But just before I dive into this epic transformation, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit that thumbs up button if you think this car is gross. Alright, well, as I get to work spraying off all this dirt, I can't help but wonder why someone would do this to their car. I could understand if you stole something out of it, or maybe vandalized it in some way that didn't just wash off, but to do this is pretty funny. And as for those of you who might be wondering why the windshield wasn't cleared of dirt before it got here, well, since it was a bank repo, it was picked up by a tow truck, and then it came here on a trailer from the auction house, as it's not registered or plated, and therefore can't be driven on the streets. Moving to the wheel well now, and thankfully this BMW doesn't have carpeted liners in there, which a lot of them do, so I could spray them out pretty quick, but while I've been spraying the car off, I've noticed there's some iron contamination here and there, so I'll definitely be taking care of that in a little bit. Okay, while I spray the underside off here, I wanted to once again remind you guys about my other channel, The Yard Geek, where I've been documenting every step of the development of my acreage out here where the studio is, and there's a new episode out if you guys haven't seen it yet. So do me a favor and head over there after this video and show the channel some love, as I'm really enjoying making those videos for you guys. Alright, well, next up in the process is to use my boar's hair detail brush around all the emblems and other crevices around the car to loosen up any trapped dirt that my wash mitt would otherwise miss. And for anyone wondering, yes, a boar's hair brush is soft enough to be safe on your vehicle's paint. Okay, like I mentioned earlier, I had noticed there was some iron contamination on the car, which looks like tiny little rust spots, so I'll get some of my iron remover sprayed on, which will then react with and dissolve the iron contaminants, turning purple while it does, and after a couple of minutes you can see that it's doing its job, though there surprisingly wasn't a ton here to begin with. Now, Now just before I put the pressure washer away and turn my attention to the engine bay, I'll quickly get all 8 of the floor mats in the car cleaned, though this driver's mat was by far the worst as the dirt just kept pouring out. Okay, starting on this filthy engine bay now, and I'll of course start by getting a liberal amount of degreaser sprayed on here, and from different angles too, so I can be sure everything is covered. Once I let that sit for a minute, I'll hit it with a variety of brushes, making sure to get into every crevice that I possibly can. But for those of you out there who might think that cleaning an engine bay like this is somehow unsafe, well, you'd be wrong. Engines are designed knowing they're going to be exposed to water and dirt. Think about every time you hit a big puddle in your vehicle. All of that dirty water splashes up into the engine bay, so this is definitely a safe thing to do. However, the one thing I would caution against is using a pressure washer in here, as that could easily blast water into places it's not supposed to go. Of course, I have highlighted an alternative method you can use in last week's video of the Porsche 911, in case you're still stuck in that no running water camp. Otherwise, this is a perfectly safe and very effective method to clean really dirty engine bays like this one. Moving on to the interior now, and after disconnecting the battery so I won't have any issues with the airbags or check engine lights, I'll quickly get the seats removed from the car, as a good chunk of the mess in here was hiding underneath the seats and down beside them, and taking a look at it, and there's everything from dog hair to cannabis wrappers. Now as I empty out the trunk here, I'm always curious to see the things that people keep in their vehicles, and this one had a few that I hadn't come across before, one being an alternator, and the other being this NWO poster signed by Scott Hall. Alright, moving to the rear passenger footwell here, and as you might have guessed, BMW uses pretty good quality carpet in their cars, so it's not putting up too much of a fight here as I work to get all the debris sucked up. And knowing that this pile is a little longer on this carpet means that extracting should be able to leave the carpet looking brand new again. Moving up to the driver's footwell now, and to give you what little backstory I do have of this vehicle, it's got 191,000 kilometers on it, and like I said in the opening, it was recently repossessed from the owner by the bank and is going to be auctioned off once it's cleaned up and presentable again. But for those of you wondering about the cannabis laws here in Canada, well, it is legal everywhere, but you certainly can't be impaired when you're driving, so after seeing all the joint wrappers and other related garbage, that's a little bit concerning. Okay, with the vacuuming done now, I'll get to work on extracting all the carpet in here, though I'm only going to show you guys the 2 dirtiest areas for the sake of not making the video too long. But anyways, as I predicted earlier, my carpet cleaner and drill brush are able to get all the dirt and stains lifted up, so the extractor can suck them away, and in a matter of a couple minutes, the carpet is looking new again. Here's the absolutely nasty half bucket full of water the extractor sucked out of the BMW today. Gross. Now as I get started with some all-purpose cleaner and my steamer on all the dirty plastic trim in the car, knowing the BMW makes a higher quality vehicle and uses higher quality materials should mean that it's going to clean up good today, though with the vehicle being as abused as it was, I'm guessing there are some areas that are permanently damaged or scratched, like the steering wheel, which looks horrible like you saw in the opening, because the leather coating has been completely worn through, so sadly that's not something I'll be able to improve the appearance of. Moving to this cup holder that has some nasty goo on the bottom of it, and I'm very thankful that BMW was intelligent when designing this car and made it so it can be removed easily. Not only does it keep the mess outside the car, it makes it so much quicker to clean as I can just rinse it out with water when I'm done. Okay guys, now that all the leather is clean, I'll work on applying some of my leather conditioner, which you can of course find on my website. Now what I love the most about it is how easy it is to apply, that once it dries it doesn't look greasy, and it has an incredible leather scent that makes you feel like you're driving in a new vehicle again. Next up is to finish the decontamination of the paint that I started earlier with some quick detailer to act as a lubricant and clay bar to pick up any surface bonded contaminants that might still be remaining, like tar, tree sap, or any other road grime. And after looking at the clay, well, there was definitely still some crud on this paint. Okay guys, second last step before calling this detail done is to clean all the glass inside and out with some of my best selling Detail Geek glass cleaner, which you can find in 16-ounce bottles or gallon jugs over on my website at detailgeekautocare.com. Like I announced in last week's video, I finally opened up UK shipping again, but otherwise we do ship worldwide, so feel free to check out the site and maybe pick up a bottle or two of the glass cleaner, because chances are someone is going to want to borrow it from you when they see how good it works, and you probably won't get it back.
All right guys, well after a long and grueling 10-hour day, this 3 Series is clean, it's looking good, and it is ready for a new life with a new owner that hopefully cares for it a little bit more than the last person did. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this one, make sure you smash the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel, and go ahead and click on this video right there. I'm sure you guys will enjoy it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.